Welcome to The Explainer. If you've been following the Universos Fragmentados series, you know the name Hikaru. But who is he, really? Today, we're going to piece together his fragmented story to try and understand the man behind all that machinery. So, here's how we're going to break it down. We'll start with the cyborg we first meet in Nethernaria, then jump back to his really tough childhood. After that, we'll look at the chaos that shaped him. And finally, we'll get into the super complicated relationship that pretty much defines his life now. All right, so our first glimpse of Hikaru is as this quiet, 28-cycle-old cyborg. And a cycle is just a year in this universe, by the way. He's a nano-engineer, living deep in the neon-soaked underworld of Sao Paulo, a place they call Netheria. Now, he's described as being incredibly reserved, keeps to himself. But underneath that, there's this ferocity, like a wildcat. He's a master with a katana, and he's always got his little raccoon dog robot, Tanu, right by his side. So you see this stoic guy, and you can't help but wonder, what's his story? Who is he really? And how in the world did he end up here? To find those answers, well, we have to dig into a past he tries very hard to keep buried. To really get the man he is today, we've got to understand the kid he was. So let's rewind the clock. 21 cycles, to be exact. Okay, picture this. Hikaru is just 8 years old. His entire world is shaped by two things: his mother's addiction to neo-heroin and this one single discovery that changes his life forever: a mysterious diary. This diary is his first look into Q&Tech. We're talking about a powerful, totally forbidden kind of science. And for this little kid, it sparks a passion that is going to set the course for his entire future. But, just as he discovers this new world of science, his own world completely shatters. His mother sells him to a powerful Ninkyo Dantai clan, the Yakuza, called the Ruhokai. And the price for a human life? For her own son? 3 million nines. Those were her last words to him. Can you even imagine? A heartbreaking goodbye right before she abandons him to a life of pure misery and abuse inside this criminal clan? So he's thrown into the absolutely brutal world of the Yakuza. His childhood? It's just gone, erased, and it's replaced by this constant, violent fight just to survive another day. What's so fascinating here is that his life gets defined by these two polar opposite figures. On one hand, you've got Masaru Inoue, this reluctant mentor who secretly teaches him robotics, kind of giving him a little bit of hope. And on the other hand, there's Seimon, a predator who's about to drag him into a darkness that's even worse. Yeah, any little sliver of hope that his mentor offered is just completely shattered when Simon captures him. He's drugged with this stuff called Eurosin, and it basically puts him in this constant state of torment. It's horrific, and this moment just violently changes the course of his entire life. And this is what Simon actually says to him while he's his captive. It's so chilling. It reveals this really disturbing, predatory fascination, not just with Hikaru, but with watching his resilience, watching how he endures fear. Simon delivers him straight to Netheria. And that passion Hikaru had for science, it gets twisted and used as a weapon. He's forced to work as a nano-engineer for the guy who runs the place, Opay, plunging him right back into that same criminal underworld where our story began. So this forced move to Netheria cements this really strange, incredibly dangerous bond between Hikaru and the man who took him. It's a bond that it defies any simple explanation. Their whole relationship falls into this bizarre, repeating pattern. It's like a silent ritual. Simon shows up, beaten and broken. Hikaru patches him up, no words exchanged. Then there's this brief, strange moment of closeness before Simon just leaves, cold as ever. And it happens again and again. What this all builds to is a dynamic that is just a web of contradictions. It's way more than just captor and captive. It's a trauma bond. Simon is the cunning fox, and Hikaru, he's the wild cat that Simon just can't seem to break. Or maybe, just maybe, he can't stand to leave him alone. And that brings us to the central, haunting question of their whole story. It's a question of predator and prey, of obsession, and this really strange, unspoken codependence. It just leaves us all wondering, what is the true nature of a bond that was forged in pure chaos?